Hi.
All right, so my fourth favorite of her books is just finished the book. Hey friends, Editing Sierra here. I just want to pop in really quick to say that it is a month since I've read these books, and since then I have found out that when I was filming my clips, I was using the incorrect pronouns for the author Lex Croucher. They use they, them pronouns. So first of all, I just want to send out an apology. I know Lex Croucher is not watching this, but if they do, I'm so sorry I assumed pronouns and referred to you in the incorrect pronoun. And I just want to say that obviously throughout the clips, it's going to say she, her. I'm going to try and edit in and just write on the screen, they, them. I hope I don't miss some, but I just want to throw that out there. So yeah. Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to a new vlog. Jess and I are reading different books, but we're vlogging them. We'll put it together, and this is what you're seeing now. Today was the very last day of students at school for Jess and I, and we have one more day tomorrow. Well, it's a half day where we have to clean up our rooms, and we have like staff meetings. We're having a little breakfast for one of the teachers who's retiring, all the things. So it is, summer break is, we're there. We're in it to win it, and I am so excited. So last night I started reading a book on my Kindle. I actually downloaded, I think, 3 or 4 books from the Libby app. This one I just started, and then I was like, if I don't like it, I'll just pick something else. But I was hooked instantly. And it is called Not for the Faint of Heart by Lex Croucher, and I will put a picture here. I do not have the physical book, which is, why I'm reading it on my Kindle. It is a Robin Hood reimagining sort of deal, and I love Robin Hood. I've never read the book, but Robin Hood Men in Tights, one of my all-time favorite movies. Robin Hood, the Disney movie, is my second favorite Disney movie. So I'm really excited, and it's sapphic. So I think, I didn't read very far into the synopsis, but what I'm gathering is, I think Maid Marian and who was Robin Hood, but it's going to be a woman. I think they're going to get together, and there's going to be some stuff happening, but it's very funny from the first part, literally the very first line says, "The morning the merry men came for old Rosie, Clem was trying to put a hat on a fox." So I was like, okay, this is going to be some figurative language. And then it literally talks about Clem, who's our main character, trying to put a hat on a real fox. And it's talking about how this fox has been coming to their house and she's feeding it and she's gained its trust, and now it needs a hat. Humor, superb. I love a humorous romance. I love it so much. So yeah, that's where we are. I'm on chapter 3. I just started yesterday, but like I said, hooked from the beginning. So I'm excited. I'm excited for a book that I think is going to be a lot less stressful than Voice of the Ocean, which is the last book that I read. If you watched that vlog, you know that I was having a lot of emotions and I was very stressed. So I'm excited for something a little more lighthearted, but we will see where it goes, and I will bring you along. I found it in the book about her talking about putting a hat on a fox. It says, "At the time, it had seemed important. The fox had become tame enough to take scraps of meat and twists of hide directly from her hand, and putting a hat on him was the next logical step." This is going to be my kind of book. Okay, so I've read up to chapter 7. So I've read a few more chapters, and I think I'm figuring out what's going on. So Clem is our main character, and Mariel is our main character. And Mariel is a part of the Merry Men, and her band of misfit merry men just kidnapped Clem. Clem is a healer. And Mariel's dad is the head of the Merry Men. It's not Robin Hood. And the Merry Men is not any longer like a rob from the rich to give to the poor. They are all about helping the citizens and stuff, but they're more kind of like a military almost. And her dad, Mariel's dad, runs it very like military-ish. And so, and then there's different, I guess you could call them I don't know military terms very well, but different platoons. Is that the right word? And so Muriel is in charge of a bunch of misfits, basically. And she's really mad that her dad has given her these group of people because they aren't taken seriously. They're kind of just like the joke group. And so he sends her on a mission to kidnap a healer, and she kidnaps the healer's adopted daughter, essentially. And so, but Muriel's name is Muriel Muriel's name is Muriel Hood Hartley. Hartley is her dad's last name. So I think she's related to Robin Hood. Maybe Robin Hood and Maid Marian's granddaughter, great-granddaughter, something like that. So that's what I'm gathering. Like daughter, granddaughter, great-granddaughter, something like that. So that's what I'm gathering so far. But yeah, I am loving it. It is such a quick read. So, oh, my arm's tired. So fast. Like I read from chapter 3 and I just ended at the end of chapter 6, and it's like I've just speeding through it. I love Clem as a main character. She's so silly goofy. Like she isn't taking this whole kidnapping seriously at all. She's just like kind of being a smart aleck back to him, and I love it. And so I'm predicting that her and Muriel are gonna have to, go on this adventure of some sort, and they're gonna fall in love. So I'm here for it. So I have some updates for my book. First of all, look at her. She's adorable. I'm at a different angle this time, kind of. I'm at my computer. So I think my Kindle said 35-ish% of the way through Not for the Faint of Heart. And I am obsessed. This is the type of book that I should just read all the time. I'm only 35-ish% through, and I'm obsessed. I just laid in bed for like 2 hours. Probably wasn't 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, and read. I don't do that. I usually read like a chapter or two and then put it down, and then a chapter or two and then put it down. I couldn't put it down. It also didn't help that I had 2 cats asleep on me. I'll insert a picture, but yeah, okay. So I think the last I updated you was I was explaining the dynamics between the 2 characters, or essentially their families, I should say, not the dynamics between them. We have Clem, who's a healer, and then we have Muriel, who is a part of the Merry Men. And this is the worst update ever because I don't even know what to say. So far, they have kidnapped Clem. I've already talked about this. They've kidnapped Clem. They're actually supposed to kidnap her guardian. She said, take me instead. Pulled to Katniss Everdeen. We love her for it. But her personality is me. I am Clem, but without the ability to heal, because I'm an idiot when it comes to any sort of like taking care of yourself. Her humor is me. It's sarcastic, it's witty, it's so good. And she's in a dire situation. She's been kidnapped. And okay, so while they're transporting her to wherever they're taking her, we don't know, they get ambushed by the sheriff's men, like the sheriff of Nottingham. In the book, it's called Nottinghamshire, though. And look at her. She's like, I could run. And then she gets lost in the woods. And then she starts healing Muriel's group of merry men. But how she does it is just so funny. And they don't want to be healed. Not that they don't want to be healed, but it's painful. And they're supposed to be all badass. And they're like, no, I'm fine. And she will crack a joke and be like, okay, if you want to rot from the inside out, that's on you, not me. And that's exactly what I would say if I was in that situation. I actually think multiple times this year, I said to 4th grade students, that's on you, not on me. So, and then Muriel is she's just a hard ass. She's trying to prove herself because everyone thinks that she just got the job as a commander because her dad is in charge. And she's really good. She's a great fighter. She's a great commander. She cares for her team. But I can already see a little bit of some of the stuff coming. Like it's not romance at all yet. She still despises Clem, and Clem and kind of hates her, but it's always joking with her to tick her off. But you can see, like, there'll be times. Well, there was a part where Muriel walks up and sits next to Clem. Clem's the only one still awake, and Clem's like, "We got to stop meeting like this. Now take your clothes off for me." But what she's saying is, take your clothes off so I can so I can see how you're healing, because she gets wounded. It's just stuff like that. And then there's a part where there's two other characters that they're touching, like, hands. Like, one of them is helping the other one. Their hand got burnt. And there's kind of a little bit of, like, very, very small flirting between the two of them. And Muriel's like, there's already been way too much touching going on. Even though it's medicinal, I can't handle it. And she's like, that's enough. Let's move on. And then there's a part where, like, essentially her right-hand man in her Merry Men group is like, says something about her and Clem, like, all that flirting going on. And her band of, like, misfit merry men is so good. There's Josie, who's just badass, and they just talk all the time about how she can kick anyone's ass and she's amazing. And then there's Baxter, who's, like, massive, but essentially a teddy bear. There's Kit, who is a little bit of a healer, but also just wants to be a cook, and he just wants to cook for them all. And then there's Morgan, who's only like 14, and they get hurt pretty early on. And so, like, the whole thing is, like, they're all trying to take care of them, but then they're like, I'm fine, because they're the youngest. They're tired of being taken care of. They're trying to prove themselves as well. And then Muriel, who's just trying to be the best commander that she can, the best captain. She's not a commander, the best captain that she can, but everything's going wrong, and she makes mistakes because she's young, and no one really believes that her and her group can do the things that, you know, that they need to do. And then there's Clem, who's just an outsider. She's just healing everybody every time they get hurt, but then just her humor is just solid, and it's so good. Like, I'm just eating it up. I've already reserved Lex Croucher's other book, Art and Gwen Are Not in Love, which is, like, I think like King Arthur retelling, and I think it's gay also. So I'm like, I can't wait to finish this one and dive into that one. I need to see if she has any more books, because I'm gonna read them all. But this is, you know, when on my last vlog, when we did Voice of the Ocean, I think I cut a lot of it out. I might have cut all of it out, actually, but I did at one point mention that I would love for books to just be happy all the time, and there to be some action, and a few bad things go wrong, and then it's all happily ever after. And I don't feel stressed every time I, like, open the book. And that's what happened with Voice of the Ocean. I love that I gave it 5-star, but every time I sat down to read, I was like, okay, someone's gonna die, or something bad's gonna happen, and I'm gonna feel stressed. This book, it doesn't feel like that. The stakes are high, and things are happening, but it's not like it's more humorous. It's more lighthearted, that I know that, yeah, there probably is going to be a third act conflict, that something's going to go down, and someone might even get really injured. I really doubt if any of the main merry men are going to die. I would be floored if that happens in this book, and really pissed off. But this is the type of book that I just want to read. I would just want to sit down. I want to giggle. I want to swoon. I like the angst, and how I don't know how they're going to end up, like, you know, it being romantic. Like, you can feel that it's coming. But yeah, this is my kind of book, and I'm really excited to continue reading. So I'll keep you updated. One last look at Spud. She's just really cleaning herself. Bye. It's 1 a.m. It's actually 1:30 a.m. and I just finished the book. It was so good. I'll fill you in when I'm more lucid tomorrow. Good night. It's been a couple days since I finished Not for the Faint of Heart. I finished it at 1:30 a.m. as you saw in the previous clip. But I haven't been able to fill you in because since then I went to my mom's for a Memorial Day party. I had my nephew Memorial Day night, and then into today we went to the trampoline park and was doing all the things, so I couldn't fill you in. So I finished it. I gave it 5 stars. It was perfect and amazing, and I could not recommend it more for people who are into retellings, because very, very Robin Hood inspired. Like, You hear a lot about Robin Hood. You hear about Will Scarlet. You hear about the sheriff. You don't hear about like King John or Prince Richard? King Richard, Prince John. That's it. King Richard, Prince John. You don't hear about them. You don't hear about Little John, but there is a character named Big John in it, which I think is funny. So you hear, and Miriam, you hear a little bit about Miriam, but it is very inspired by it. And it was just incredible and perfect. The character dynamics were amazing. The character growth was fantastic. There were moments where I was like, what are you doing? This is so stupid. Just tell her how you feel. But that is what YA fantasy romance is about. And it did it really well. I will say there was a part that I was very, very shocked was in this book. And usually I would be pissed off that it was in the book, but I really wasn't. I wasn't that mad about it, and that's kind of rare for me. So I think all that says is how much I really enjoyed the book, that moment didn't really take me out of it like it would another book. So I loved it so much that, yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine, I can cut it out. I loved it so much that I have gotten her other YA book. Gwen and Art Are Not in Love. I mentioned this in a clip before. It's about Gwendolyn and King Arthur's, it just says descendant. His name is Arthur also. It doesn't say if grandparent or great-great-grandparent or whatever. But apparently they are supposed to be, they're betrothed to each other. They're supposed to get married. They despise each other. And I'm pretty sure they're both gay, as you can tell by the cover. So I know nothing about the Knights of the Round Table. I know nothing about King Arthur. What I know is from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So I'm not going to be able to speak on how true it is to like the original or anything like that, but I'm so excited. I hope it's as funny and as lighthearted, but also with some stakes as Not for the Faint of Heart. So I think because this vlog was so short, because I read Not for the Faint of Heart so long, I'm thinking I'm just going to continue the vlog and do both of her YA books. And yeah, so I'll catch up with you next time I have an update. I don't know the last time I updated you. It is now Sunday, June 1st. I think I updated you maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I don't even think it was Thursday. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I was reading, you know what I was reading. You just saw me like seconds ago. Anyway, I finished, what is it called? Oh, I finished Art and Gwen Are Not in Love by Lex Croucher. This is, you know, I just finished Not for the Faint of Heart. Went right into this. Loved it just as much. I did give this one only 4 stars. I gave the last one 5 stars. And the only reason I gave this 4 stars is 100% because of me as a reader, like personal preference, which I guess really is why anybody gives anything a certain amount of stars, is personal preference. So that was dumb. However, let me explain. So I've already explained to you what it's about. We have Arthur and Gwen. They are betrothed. They don't like each other. They both are gay. So my biggest gripe about this book is that Gwen and her brother Gabe, it makes sense. They are the daughter and son of the king and queen of England. And it makes sense that they are this way. It just annoyed me. They are very they follow the rules. Gwen, not quite as much as Gabe. Gabe is just very much like, this is what I'm going to be king, so I have to be the exact same that every king has ever been. It doesn't matter what I want or what I think. Gabe is also gay, but that's not a spoiler. It's in the synopsis, but he's not going to act on it because he's going to be king and he can't be gay and be king. And, you know, Arthur, it's dual POV, so you get Arthur's point of view and you get Gwen's point of view. I loved Arthur. He was very much like, no, this is who I am and I'm happy with who I am, and if the world doesn't like that, then they can screw off. And he wanted Gwen and Gabe to be that way and they just couldn't, and that annoyed me. Gwen was also very much like, I don't know, like a goody two-shoe, and I don't love that. Like, I love a girl, specifically in women, I love a woman in a book who's going to, like, you know, shatter all the glass ceilings and do whatever she wants and kick ass and all the things. And she just wasn't like that. And that's okay. It worked. It's just, I wish she would have been just a little bit more like, yes, this is what I want. Let's do it. And then Gabe even more. Now, granted, Gabe, you don't get Gabe's perspective, so you're just getting like his, you know, his, what he's saying from the other characters. And yeah, but there was a really cool scene, battle scene. Is that a spoiler? I'll put spoiler here in case. It was so good. Her books are so funny. They're so funny. The characters are really witty and like sarcastic, and Arthur, and he has like a bodyguard essentially, and his name's Sid, and they're like, yes, he works for Arthur, but they are essentially best friends, and their banter together was just so good. Gwen and Arthur, once Gwen kind of came out of her shell a little bit, their banter was great. It was just, I cannot wait. I hope that she writes another YA reimagining of a story. Here, Spud. She just brought me her ball to throw. It's right here, ding dong. Right here. I really hope she has one, and I hope it's coming out soon because I freaking love them both. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Lex Croucher's YA books.
Okay, I just wanted to like update everyone on what I've been doing. Let me find my bookmark. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so this is whoa. I'm so sorry, people. I'm like shaking you. Okay. This is the last book in the Plated Prisoner series. For those of you who don't know, it's a 6-book completed series. And I'm on the 6th book, and I have only this much left. And the reason I have not been vlogging is because this series has infuriated me to my very bitter core. The first like 4 books are so good. I recommend. They're great. The last 2 books, it's a no. It's gonna be a no for me. I'm infuriated. Unless something amazing, spectacular, wonderful happens in these last 150 pages, what am I doing? What am I doing? So anyway, that's why I haven't been vlogging, because like I'm mad about it. And it's not been good. However, my watermelon stain. I am, after I finish this series that has literally consumed my, I mean, look how gigantic each book in the series is. It's a commitment, and a commitment that I'm very sad about. So after that, I'm gonna need a little break. So I'm going to, there's 3 romance books that have been released during the time of me reading these giant freaking books that I haven't gotten to. So I'm gonna vlog me reading all 3 of them. So that's gonna be so fun. Hello, people. So I finally just finished the Plated Prisoner series. I did not like it. Actually, I really enjoyed the first 4 books, as you've already heard. The last 2 books were not for me. The last like 15 pages of the whole series, and this is not really spoiling anything, it's just smut. And like the last 15 to 10 pages, I'm like, why was that needed? It was irrelevant to the storyline. Didn't need to be included. Really weird. But now I'm gonna have a new challenge, not really a challenge. While I've been busy reading that series and also reading The Voice of the Ocean, all of like my favorite authors have released their romance books. So my next few vlogs are gonna be me just finishing reading all these romance books that have just been released while I've been busy reading a series that was unnecessary for me. So I'm gonna kind of just briefly talk about the books. I don't know what order I'm gonna read them in. It's gonna be kind of based off of vibes. But I do know the first one I'm going to be reading is Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. It's part of the Windy City series. I've read all the books in the series. This is the last book. It just came out. The last 2 books in that series were my favorite books in the series, so I'm hoping this continues the trend. So I'm going to read that one. I'm also going to read King of Greed, right here, by Anna Wong. I've read all of her books. besides the soccer one, Striker or whatever. I've never read that. But I've read all her books. I've read all of the King of Sin series. I don't like it as much as Twisted Love. There's been some I like, some I don't like, so I'm curious to see how this one goes. I'm going to read Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I think I said that right. I've read most of her books and I like all of them. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. I've heard mixed reviews about it. And then finally, I'm going to read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I've read all of Emily Henry's books. I got that one the day it came out. I'm so excited to read it. Her last book, Funny Story, was my favorite out of all of them. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. That's all that matters. But I am really excited. I've also heard mixed reviews about that one. So I'm gonna just take you on this journey with me. It's gonna be so fun. I can't wait for you to see my opinions on these books because they're all like very different categories of romance. Like Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez, it's very like fade to black situation, not smut at all. It's just a pure romance. Where the other two, the Windy City series and the King of Sin series, definitely have more of a smut component to it, which doesn't deter. Like I like both. So I'm gonna let you know how it goes. All right, guys, I'm in my typical ACOTAR sweatshirt that I wear almost every single night. And I'm ready to start Rewind It Back. I'm super pumped, first of all, to be back on a Kindle. The Plated Prisoner series and Voice of the Ocean were like in a physical book, which I'm fine with, but I miss my baby. I miss her. So I'm excited to be back to my Kindle. That's mainly why I chose this book first, because I have it on my Kindle. Yeah. Okay, also, I want to give you like a little Kindle tour of my stickers. So I have, of course, the ACOTAR books. I swear I don't love the drama. It loves me. If you know, you know. I'm a Swiftie for life. I have Hello Princeling, Hello Witchling. I'm a Dorian and Manon girl. Sorry, Rowan, but I am. And then I have a 13 sticker from Now Until Darkness Claims Us. I could cry just looking at it. And then I have Love That Journey from me. It's my favorite quote from Schitt's Creek. So that is my Kindle tour. I wish I could show you the back of my phone. Actually, I'm going to see if I can. Hold on. Okay, I also wanted to give you a tour of the stickers on the back of my phone, so I just took off my phone case. Here I have Violent Little Thing from Fourth Wing. I love Fourth Wing. I don't care if people say I love it so much. I shouldn't even need to explain that, you know, my Bat Boys. And then I have Joey the Hurler. This is from the Boys of Tommen series. This is Joey. He's redeeming 6 and saving 6, I believe. He's my favorite out of all of them. I mean, I love Johnny and Gibbsy, but Joey is my boy. Yeah, everyone should read this series, by the way. It's phenomenal. And I cannot wait to read the new book that came out about Lizzie and Huey. I'm so excited. So yeah. Okay, I haven't updated you guys in a minute. I'm like 50% of the way through. I read a lot today. And I love this book. It's by far already my favorite out of the whole series. Funny enough, it has all my least favorite tropes though. Second chance romance, miscommunication, but it's done beautifully and like it's done the right way, with like flashbacks included, and I love a freaking flashback. So it's like it makes sense why. And they were like really young when all of that happened, and I'm talking like 16 years old when the miscommunication and like them being together happened, so it like makes sense. But I'm giggling. I'm sad. I'm kicking my feet. I freaking love Rio. I knew he would be the best book. I could just feel it in my soul, you know? So, guys. So this whole time, they're like, oh, we'll just be friends. I've got to read it. It says, good. He takes a slow, predatorial step towards me, tone sharp, leaving no room for question, because we aren't fucking friends. I'm freaking out. I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm giggling. I'm kicking my feet. Hi, people. Have I moved from this spot? Who knows? I'm gonna say no. But today's a happy day because Taylor Swift, guys, she has all her original work. She owns it. I'm so excited. I mean, this is like a huge day for me personally, that someone I've never met owns her own original work. Even her music videos, like all of it. The artwork for her albums, she owns all of it. It's an emotional day for me. Sorry, also you can hear my husband cutting the grass. On another also very positive note, I finished Rewind It Back. Let me change that. I devoured it. I read it in like a day. Literally, like I read it in a day. And I think I'm giving it 5 stars. I think it was my favorite book in the series. Rio, he's that guy for me, I guess. And I'm shocked because the tropes were not the tropes I like in a romance book. It was second chance. But the way the flashbacks were done and like the way they didn't reveal like what happened between them until so late in the book, like kept me hanging on. And like just to see their growth from when they were like literally 12 to like what they were like in their 30 maybe. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. I loved it. So that's book 1. I'm gonna see which one is has like my highest ranking, and that one I think is gonna be 5 stars, maybe 4.5. I don't know. I rarely give romance books 5 stars. They have to like really get me. But this one is really close. I don't know. So next, I'm reading King of Envy. I will let you know. Oh, also, that was the longest of the Windy City series books. It was almost 500 pages. And I think it needed it. Like most of the time, romance books to me, if there's more than 400 pages, it's got to be really good storyline, and it needed all of the pages. I wish there were more. So anyway, I'm reading King of Envy next. I'll let you know my progress and my thoughts. And yeah, maybe I will move from this spot. Who knows? I'm gonna say probably not. I don't know. Okay, bye. Hey guys. So ignore Frozen playing, but I am going to go ahead and rank all of Anna Wong's books before I read the new one. I thought that could be fun. So I'm gonna do it from my lowest ranking to my, biggest ranking. And I am just gonna warn you now that I prefer the Twisted series more than the King of Sin series. So all my top books are the Twisted series, but it's still gonna be fun. Okay, at the bottom is a tie, and it is King of Sloth and King of Pride, and they are at the bottom simply because I don't remember a single thing about them, and I know for a fact I was bored when I read this one. Like, I remember being actively bored. So they're at the bottom of my list. That's kind of all I have to say about them. Okay, next is probably King of Greed. This one, I really liked the trope in this one. Like, they were married. Like, they were actively married in this book. But like, things happened. So I do remember a lot about this book. It just wasn't my favorite. It was also really short. I don't know. It just felt like something was missing. So then My fifth favorite of her books is The King of Wrath. It's the first book in the King of Sin series. And that's mainly just because Dante Russo. And he's amazing.
Mommy's serious. Mommy.
It's serious. Serious stuff. So yeah, this is my fifth. Hi.
Pretty romantic place.
All right. Bradley is going to help me rank the rest. Say hi.
Hi.
All right. So my fourth favorite of her books is, I'm going to say, oh, we moved on to the Twisted series because they're all in my top 4, is Twisted Hate. I really liked this book, but it's fourth just because I wasn't a fan of the hate component. Like, yeah.
Mommy.
Oh, thank you for the hugs. So, like, I liked the characters a lot. They took the hate and, like, ran with it. And that can only last so long when you're doing a romance book, you know? Then, my third favorite is probably Twisted Lies. I really enjoyed this book, actually. I just like the other two more. But I love Christian Harper. He's great. I just enjoy the other two more. All right, my second favorite of her books is Twisted Love. And I know this gets a lot of hate, but I freaking love this book. And I still think about it all the time. That's to me how you know it's a good book. And on top of that, this book like got me kind of back into reading adult romance books. So yeah. And coming in number 1, Twisted Games. I love Twisted Games. I love the bodyguard and princess trope, kind of like the forbidden romance. I love it. I'm hoping my next book becomes my number 1. I don't know. We'll find out. What's up, people? Okay, I haven't vlogged in a couple days because I've just been super busy. And this week I'm doing camp at the high school for the tennis team. So I've been super busy, like planning that. And we have like the most kids we've ever had. So that's exciting. But I wanted to stop because this morning I went to Starbucks and they have like a new refresher. And so I was like, oh, I'll try it. Because in the summer I like to get refreshers sometimes. Sorry, my camera is so shaky. In the summer, I like to sometimes get refreshers. And so it's like, I'll try it. And this is not a new refresher. And I don't even think for me, it says Priscilla. And that's not my name. But it's a strawberry acai refresher with lemonade. And they added peach juice. And it's good. I never get this, but it's so delightful and good. And I don't really know how they messed up my order because I ordered like the chocolate croissant or whatever for Bradley as like his little treat.
What are you doing?
I'm recording a video. Yeah. And
Mommy.
I know you're eating your lunch. And that came out with my name on it. So not sure where the confusion was, but this is good. I'm not mad about it. I'm enjoying a little peachness to it. I'm back and I'm in my typical reading hoodie that I always wear, my comfort hoodie. I'm about 50% through King of Envy. Thoughts so far? It's fine. It's a typical billionaire romance. I'm not crazy about either character. It's like very readable. I appreciate that there hasn't been a lot of smut yet. The only thing that like really is throwing me off is that, sorry, I keep looking down at my book like it's teaching me something or I don't know. The only thing I really like don't care for too much right now is that the trope is that she's like engaged for convenience and she is slowly like falling for his best friend, but the like male main character doesn't really talk a lot. He is like very traumatic, like has a very lot of trauma, and she just like, to me it was like she fell for him without that much even happening between the two of them, and that is not, I'm not a big insta love person, which it wasn't insta love. She just like had an infatuation with him like way too soon for something to actually happen. I don't know. It's fine. It's like a good easy romance read. I'm just not crazy about it. I'm hoping, since I have like 50% of it still to read, that something happens within this engagement that like makes it interesting. I don't know. It's fine. I also think I feel a kidnapping coming on, and I do like a good kidnapping. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know. Do you guys ever just like sometimes scroll on TikTok and you see an edit from a book and it ruined your life? Oh my God. So one thing about me is I love Magnolia Parks. I love it. I love the whole series. And I just saw an edit and I instantly started crying. We need some justice for Daisy and Julian, and if we don't get it soon, I'm not gonna be well. And I read this series like a long time ago. I love them. I love the box set. If you know, you know. Okay, bye. People. Say hi to Leo. Hi, Leo. I finished King of Envy, and it was a 2-star read. Full disclaimer, I hardly ever give books 2 stars. I'm very easy to please. Even if I just like semi-liked it, it's usually 3 stars. Not this one. It was gonna be a 3-star book, maybe even 3.5 stars. Like, it was okay. I think like in earlier vlogs I said like I wasn't super into it, but like it was okay. Nope, it changed. You know how I said that there was probably gonna be a kidnapping because it was a billionaire romance and that's just like what they do? There was in fact a kidnapping, and at first I was like, oh yay, I love a good kidnap. I love a good, like, that part of the plot, you know? Well, it was all fine, and I'm just gonna spoil it because, like, it was not, I mean, people, this is just a warning not to read it. It was all fine until their cat came in to help save her in the kidnapping. I cannot. Right then and there, I literally audibly laughed. I went, ha! And then I had to finish it because there was only like 50 pages left. And I was just like, no. I cannot do like animal coming to save the day unless it's very, very fiction. And this is not. It's a billionaire. Anyway, I could go on and on. I'm very disappointed. This is my least liked of her books. I was very sad. So, with that being said, I'm moving on. Oh, and also, yes, I have worn this in another video, but it's this like really cute 2-piece that I got on TikTok shop, and I like it. I'm gonna be wearing it all summer. It's like, let's see if I can scoot back. I don't know if I can. Anyway, it's like biker shorts and then like this oversized top, and it's really cute. So anyway, did not like it. 2-star book. But I am moving on to Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, and I'm so excited. I've never ever disliked any of her books before, so I know I'm gonna like it, and I'm very excited. And I'm gonna do a ranking of all of her books, just like I did with Anna Wong. And I should have done it with the maybe I'll still do it with the Windy City series. Okay, anyway, bye! Guys, it's one of my favorite tropes. It's a grumpy sunshine. I'm giggling. I'm kicking my feet. I've also barely moved from this spot today, so you can mind your business about that. But I've just like sat here and read 100 pages like it was nothing because I am sad. I love it. So yeah. I really am enjoying this one. So I don't know, we're gonna have to see what happens. Alright guys, I'm in my bathroom. I don't know why. I just finished. I like barely vlogged at all because I ate this book up in like a day. I really, really liked it. It was like the most unique, I'm gonna say, like the most unique premise of a book, like a romance book I've read in a really long time. There was like a good twist at the end, and the whole time you're like really learning about a bunch of people, and it all like comes together in the end, and it was beautiful. Great Big Beautiful Life. And the only qualm I have is the ending was very rushed, and I felt like it could have been another like 50 pages. And I wish that they spent more time, the author spent more time on like the love story of the two, because in the book, like a big part of it is them interviewing my towel Margaret and like her story, which I loved, but I wish they had that and more of like the two. I don't know. I have a little qualms. It was like it was still really good, and I loved it, and it was a 4-star read, and I did cry at the end. I will insert the picture. Yeah, I did in fact cry. But yeah, so I'm on my very last romance book, and stay tuned. Hello, it's time to drink some Spindrift. Okay, now it's time to gab and rank all of Emily Henry's books. I was gonna rank it before I read A Great Big Beautiful Life, but then I can't find the video of where I ranked them. So now I'm gonna re-rank them, and I've already read Great Big Beautiful Life, so you get to see that one included too. Disclaimer, I like every single one of these books has been 4 stars or greater, so I love all of them. I just have them in order from my least favorite to favorite, but I love them all, and I would recommend every single one of these books to whoever wants to read an Emily Henry book. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with my least favorite and then go from there. My least favorite is Happy Place. Happy Place is my least favorite because of the trope, mainly. It's second chance romance and miscommunication, and I don't really like either of those tropes, and the whole time I was just like, just talk to each other. But that being said, I believe that this book has the best side characters out of all of her books. So if you like a big like found family type, this one's for you. But again, I still liked it, and I still remember this book fondly. It just was not my favorite. Okay. Next, we have Book Lovers. This is controversial because this is some people's like favorite. To me, it is not my favorite. I don't know. I wasn't really into the two characters. That's all really. I liked the trope. I liked like kind of how they're in close proximity. I like that they're rivals. It was just okay though. Nothing like stands out to me even now when I like look back and think about the book. So that's why it's not higher on my list. But I would recommend this to a lot of people. And I think this is the book I'm gonna have Sierra read. So book lovers. All right. Next on the list is the book I just read, Great Big Beautiful Life. I loved this book. You'll see it in my vlogs. I also really think this is so different from all her other books, where it really explores side characters and gives a ton of like way more story and like world build, like not world building, it's not fantasy, but like plot, and like the romance is kind of the side, which is cool. But I loved this book. I have nothing bad to say about this book. It's just not my favorite one out of the bunch, but I definitely recommend this book, especially if you're looking for something a little different in romance. This book is definitely different. But I liked it a lot, so. Yep, third. Okay, now my next, I got it out of order. Oh, here we go. Is Beach Read. I love this book. It's a great book. I love the female character in this book. I also like that it's like their neighbors. It's like forced proximity. This book was just fun to read. I remember we're like reading this book, and I enjoyed it. And that I really have nothing else to say. This is just a fun, silly, goofy time. I don't know. Beach Read. Also, a lot of her books, as I'm like, as I was ranking these, I realized a lot of them are about like authors. Like this one, Great Big Beautiful Life. Like a lot of them are about authors, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Beach Read. I need a sip. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is the tropical lemonade flavor, and it's really good. It's my first time having this flavor. Good. Okay, next. My second favorite Emily Henry book is People We Meet on Vacation. Am I basic? Yeah. Do I love like the friends to lovers trope? No, but does it work with this book? Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. I still think about this book all the time. This was my first Emily Henry book I ever read, like 3-4 years, a long time ago. That's, you can tell it's discolored. But I just love it. I still think about it. I literally cannot wait. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. You will be seeing me first in line for a ticket. I am so excited. Yeah, I love Poppy. I love how she like puts on a fake persona that she's like this hard to love person, but really she's not. I don't know. I love this book. It's my second favorite. And my favorite Emily Henry book, very unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. Funny story. This book came out last year. I read it immediately. I devoured this in like a day. I've been considering rereading this book. I loved it so much. You know what? I'm gonna reread this book because it's so good. I know that this is not usually everyone's favorite, but God, I love this book. I think it's because it's relatable and the characters, like there's nothing special about them. They're not billionaires. They're not successful authors. They're just two regular people, like completely regular people that are in a bad situation that make the most of it. And it's a fake dating trope, and like, oh my, it's so good. It's so good. And they're both just kind of silly, goofy, and so opposite of each other. And just to see I love this book, people. I love it so much. So yeah, I don't care what people say. Funny Story is my favorite Emily Henry book. Yeah. So my official final ranking, I will show you. This was really fun. I enjoy ranking books. If you are like are wanting to know where to start with an Emily Henry book, and you want to like read all of them, but you don't know like the best one to start with, I personally would recommend starting with People You Meet on Vacation because it's an easy read and it's fun. Or like Book Lovers. Where's that one? Is this one Book Lovers? Yeah, Book Lovers is a good one to start. But if you're only looking for like certain tropes, let me know. I can tell you the tropes. Yeah, I'm so excited. I really liked my last read of hers. I can't wait for another book to come out whenever that will be. No rush. But I want one. Okay, that's all I have to say. Okay, so I'm gonna gab about my problem really quick, and it's literally so annoying. So I finished my Emily Henry book, and then I was really excited to read Say You'll Remember Me, and I ordered it on my Kindle, and it's not popping up. And I do not know how to fix it. So until I fix that, I'm gonna read another romance book that I've been like putting on the back burner that I've been wanting to read, which is, I think it's called Love Letter to Whiskey. So I'm gonna just temporarily, well, I'll probably finish it. I'm gonna read that book until I can figure out how to get the book that I ordered, which I've ordered books on Kindle. I don't just use Kindle Unlimited. Like, I've ordered books on Kindle before, so I don't know what the problem is. But until I get that book, I'm gonna read this other romance book, to continue my romance journey right now. So stay tuned. I'm in my bathroom again because I guess that's just where I chat about books. People. I'm getting tears in my eyes, and I'm only 50% of the way through this book. I read almost 250 pages last night. It is toxic. One thing about me is I love a toxic book. I love it. I'm like Magnolia Park's #1 fan. This, if you are craving that feeling, read it. Read it. It's breaking my heart. It's making me feel physically ill, but it's so good. It's so good. Also, don't mind my dog. It's so good. Oh my God. It's so toxic though, but it's so good. I just finished that. It was really good. I mean, that was beautiful and toxic, but so good. And the ending really got to me. It really got me. It got me good. And I didn't realize that it's like loosely based off of a true story. And that just made it so much worse in a good way. Oh my God. That's a 5-star book. That book is amazing. Sorry, my Roomba's running. And like a little cool thing about it is around like page 400, her story ends, and then it's the male's perspective, kind of retelling it through his eyes. It was so good, people. I'm sick about it. Oh my gosh. I can't move on. Wow. Okay, I just showered, feeling great. Got my popcorn. I just wanted to talk. So I finally figured out how to get this dang book on my Kindle. I think it was something with my like card wasn't hooked up to my Kindle the right way or something, but because I never buy books on Kindle, I just normally do Kindle Unlimited. But anyway, so I started it last night, and I've heard like really mixed reviews about this book. A lot of people didn't like it. So I was like, I'll just start it. We'll just see. Yeah, I'm 80% through. I read for like 5 hours. I mean, I haven't stopped. I don't understand how people didn't like this book. It's really good. He's pathetically in love with her. That's the trope, people. That's the best trope. Give me pathetically in love. Give me acts of service. I don't get it. I mean, this is it. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna finish it in like an hour, and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, I finished. I really liked it. I don't know why that book is getting like on Book Talk community is getting like hate because I really liked it. It's I guess it's not a trope for everyone because it's a lot of like distance. It's a long distance relationship, but my gosh, her books are wholesome. To me, that was like, I don't know, 4.5-star book. I loved it. I loved it. I have no notes. That concludes my romance reading journey, where I was trying to catch up on all the romance books that were out while I was reading a big long series. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so Leo and I are gonna rank all of the books. I read 5 romance books. There was a surprise one in there, and I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. So, starting at my least favorite was King of, I don't even remember what it was, the Anna Wong book. It was trash. So that was my least favorite. Then probably, I liked all the rest of them. Probably then My Great Big Beautiful Life was next. And when I say it was next, like it was like a 4-star book. I loved it. It just, the other ones were higher. Then, I don't know. I think there's a tie. I think there's a tie for second place. And that is Rewind It Back. And what I just read, which is Say You'll Remember Me. Those are 4.5-star books. I loved them. They're both so different. But they were both really good. And then my favorite one was my surprise book, A Love Letter to Whiskey. Wow. That book makes me very sad. And also, if you know the song like Back to Being Friends, it goes with that book really well. And so if you like that song, you should read the book. I don't know what I'm saying. But that's my final ranking. I hope you enjoyed. I think my next big project is I might read Zodiac Academy. It's so big and long and it's so daunting, but I really want to read it. And usually after I have a good like stint of romance books, I usually go into like a big series again. Because I just read The Plated Prisoner, which is like huge big series, and then I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling right now. So I don't know. I think I might go and be psycho and start Zodiac Academy. Either that or Crescent City. Those are my top. I don't know. Okay.